as long as you went through my door, you could go buy something else. It would be because of a worker strike instead of a global pandemic. You really have to become well-versed. It was the first real breakthrough. I still have a little bit of a rumble going on. I found something interesting on the internet late last night. And it is a bit concerning, and I don't want to worry you, but I want you to be aware that October 1st, there is a possible port operations strike looming. They want to get to the table to get another contract going, but this definitely, it's on the East Coast and on the Gulf Coast. Let me read just a little bit about this, okay? Some 25,000 dock workers at East Coast and Gulf Coast ports from Boston to Houston could strike as early as October 1st. Their union and International Longshoremen's Association, I'm learning all kinds of new things here, has been in contract talks with the United States Maritime Alliance, representing ocean carriers and port operators for months, but the two sides have not met face-to-face since June. Now, what they're saying is that this, well, if this goes on and they actually do strike, that this is going to put us, it's going to hurt our supply chain. Okay, yeah. So as if we needed one more thing bad going on in this country. Well, I think we should all really keep this in our thoughts and in our prayers, that everything will be resolved. Now, they say that they may actually delay the talks a little bit further down the road, but they say what's going to happen then is it's really going to hit around Christmas time. Yeah, and our supply chain is really going to be disrupted. Now, it also says that, what else does it say here? Now, this is from the USA Today. Americans could face high prices, well, hello, and shortages again this holiday season, but this time it would be because of a worker strike instead of a global pandemic. Yeah. So, it says a strike could lead to shortages of certain items and boost prices for voters already frustrated with housing and food inflation. A supply chain disruption would undoubtedly lead to price increases across the board and would impact consumers' ability to find the toys they're looking for and things that are around the Christmas time. So we'll see what happens. Everybody just keep this in your prayers, okay? Yeah. Alrighty, I got some tea here. There you go. I'll share it. How about that? Okay. I want to do a little bit of an update on how I'm feeling, because I know a lot of you have been praying for me and I'm feeling better. Today, I feel like it's been exactly 7 days since I got ill. And I feel like today was the first real breakthrough. I still have a little bit of a rumble going on, okay? Because I believe it was like a cold flu thing. Yeah, that's usually what the flu is. It affects your lungs, your coughing. I did get some more Dayquil because I ran out, but I haven't really needed it. Today I don't really need it, so I'm not going to deal with it today. And then I do have an inhaler from last April when I had viral bronchitis. So, but I feel like I can eat again. It's been a while since I felt like I could eat. I had absolutely no appetite, and I had to force myself to eat. Now, yesterday, I really had to force myself. I thought, well, this is ridiculous. I don't want to keep losing weight. I don't want to, really become ill. And it's not a good look to kind of lose weight quickly. And I've kept off all the weight that I lost from 6 months ago when I had viral bronchitis. But I certainly don't want to keep losing more weight. I just really don't. That's not my cup of tea. And usually if you don't eat, usually what happens is you're not just losing fat, you're losing muscle. So I don't want to lose all of my muscle, although I've already lost some. I need to really get busy. Once I get to Tucson, I need to really get busy and buff up just a little bit more. But yeah, yesterday, even eating, I felt like as I was eating, like I wasn't doing too well. Like I was really nauseous while I was eating, but I was making myself do it. Eventually, it worked. And eventually what happened was, I felt better. Within an hour, I actually felt better. So yeah, I mean, it's really an odd, kind of virus going around. Some of you said, oh, is it COVID? Well, I don't know what it is. No, I'm not going to be taking COVID tests. That thing that they put up your nose and then they break the seal in your, no, sorry. I'm not into anything like that. Obviously it isn't a horrible virus. Obviously in 7 days I can feel better. But that's my update. I think I've had a breakthrough today. Yes. Yes, and I ordered some vitamins. I did a lot of research. And so I ordered vitamins from a certain company and I got them on Amazon. They're on a regular website, but I went through Amazon and I picked them up, and I've been really doing the vitamin C, magnesium. I was taking magnesium before, but it was magnesium stearate or something like that. They said that's the worst. That's not good for you. So I'm like, why are they doing this to us? I mean, you really have to become well-versed in vitamins, which is crazy because you can't count on just your regular vitamins anymore. They're owned by the pharmaceutical companies, and they're putting a lot of junk in them. There's stuff that it's not only not helpful, but it's actually harmful for you. So I think I got the right stuff. Yeah. Now, I did get, here, let me get this out. I want to show you a book. But I did get this book. This is the book that I used when I lived in a house. Medicinal herbalism. Okay, and what I did was I made my own extracts, my tinctures, and I followed the how to do it, and I got organic herbs. I know where to get them in Tucson, organic herbs, and I could study them. It's a big book, and this is an expensive book, but I gave it away because I thought, well, I'm not going to be doing herbalism, Well, I'm getting back. Oh yeah, I'm getting back. I'm not going to make tinctures or they're really extracts, tinctures, the same thing. But I can get my herbs and I can certainly infuse them and make teas out of them. So yeah, it's, this is going to be a lifesaver for me. And I really recommend it. It's not easy to read. I mean, it's not an easy read. It's more of a reference book. And it's, yeah. So I'm going to get back into that, yeah. So I'm anxious to go back to Tucson, but I can't go now because guess what's happening? They're having record heat. Now, I have people say, well, what do you expect? There's climate change going on. Well, I'm not a climate change person, but I will say that I remember 7 years ago, I had become a nomad, and I just got in my van, and I was going to be in Tucson for a couple months before I left for Ohio to go see my family there. And it was never ending. It just was so hot. It went on and on, way longer in the autumn than it should have. It literally did not break until the day I left. I could not believe it. I left December 3rd, okay, for Ohio. And it was the day that the temperature broke Unbelievable. Yeah, it was still getting up to even the end of November. It was still getting up to 90, 95 during the day. And then it would not really cool down much in the evening. So I think that's what we're going through now. And I know that in Phoenix, they broke a record. For this time of year, it was still 110 degrees. No, 111. That was the record was 110. They reached 111. Unbelievable. So I don't know how soon I can get down to Tucson. So I will just stay here, and I will hang out here for as long as I have to, because it's not bad weather. Although today it does seem a little bit warm. Do you mind if I put on my fan? If you don't mind, I'll put it on low. You might hear it just a little bit, but let's see. Yeah, we'll put it on low. Yeah, it's kind of warm today. This summer has been something, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. And I will mention that it kind of worried me, because when I heard about the port strike, I didn't know. I mean, is that going to affect fuel? Things like that. Which means I do not want to be in Flagstaff if that hits. If they're on strike and things start going up, and we're going to have a break in our supply chain, where products going to get harder and harder to find. That includes food, things like that. I do not want to be here. No, no, I don't. Because it's already so expensive here. And one of the reasons, there's two reasons it's so expensive here. One is because the minimum wage is $18. So yeah, in Flagstaff, it's a law they made. Arizona, as a rule, I think it's like 14 or 15, but Flagstaff chose 18. So things are very expensive here. But also, it's high elevation coming up here, right? So it takes a lot to bring product up here. Yeah. And so it makes it just a little bit more expensive, I think. So, well, let's see. I do have, if you have any questions about that, or any comments about the port strike, or I know in Vancouver in Canada, they're going to be striking too, because it's an international union. Yeah. So I know that they might get disrupted too. Well, let's just hope that everything goes to the table and they come to some agreement. Okay. Okay. But I do have a question I wanted to address. Here we go. This is from Jill K 2316. She says, I have a question. Are you an Amazon affiliate? Yes, I am. So that if we go to purchase something you show, you will get credit? I ask as I have family that uses Amazon often, so do I. And it could be helping you out in that manner. If so, always appreciate your videos. Yes. Well, let me just say this about that. Yes, I am an associate and I am an influencer. Okay. Now, I do have a storefront. I can leave you the link for that. Also, but let me tell you how it works. What happens is when I go to, if I show a product, but I have to give you a link. I have to give you my link. Okay, it's a link that associates that product with me. And all I do is I go on Amazon and I say, oh, okay, this is, and you'll see here, let me just stop. If you go onto my video descriptions, you just click on my description, it'll say more, ... more. Click on that, and then I've got, in my video description, I've got links of products that I use, that I really appreciate, and I want to share them with you. All of those things, if you click on one of those links, okay, that's associated with me. It's like a door. It's a Minivan Lee door, okay? So when you go into Amazon, then you're going in through my door, okay? Now, yes, if you decide that you want that particular item and you put it in your cart, you use that link and you put it in your cart and you order it within 24 hours. yes, I get a little something, something. And I can't even tell you how much. And I don't even know. I do know that it's all different for different kind of products, whether it's a beauty product, fashion, household, things like that, or luxury like rings, jewelry, things like that. They're all different. But I do get a little something, something, and it does add up. And I used to talk about this a lot years ago, when I first started, but I haven't really explained it. So thank you for that question. Now, let's say that you go through a link. It's my door. You went through my door, but you look at that product, you said, and then you look down and you see a bunch of other products that look like that. They'll recommend other things. Yes, you can go and look. As long as you went through my door, you could go buy something else. Seriously. So, and put it in your cart and order it within 24 hours. If you leave it in your cart longer than 24 hours, I get zero. Okay, that's just the way that works. But if you really, really want to help me out, then take it out of your cart and go back and do it again when you're ready to actually pay for it, right? Yeah, when you're ready to pay for it, then and then put it in your cart and then go pay for it, and I will get credit. Now, if you did a whole bunch of shopping, you went through my door, you went through one of my links, and you just ordered a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, isn't that wonderful? That's a way to support me. Okay, when I order something, I use one of my links. Yeah, and I do it, and I have a lot of people that will actually say, "Give me a link. I'm going to order something." So yeah, thank you everybody when you do that, because I haven't mentioned in a long time. So thank you everybody. Yeah, well, I'm going to end this. Yeah, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, okay? And I've got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way, and I do get royalties from that. So if you want to support me, go ahead and buy that book, okay? And it's on Amazon. And it's got everything from A to Z that you would need to know in the van life when you're dealing with like minivans and SUVs, things like that, or even beyond. But mainly it's targeted for that. And if you want to support me, I've got minivanlee.com, and just go there and then click on gifts on my website. I get 100% of everything there. I've got it set up that way. If you were going to go through Patreon, which a lot of YouTube creators use, they use Patreon, and a lot of them use PayPal. I don't use PayPal anymore. And yeah, I get 100. I got set up that way. Why? If you want to support me, why should you support Patreon? You know what I'm saying? Along with it. And they can take out up to 25%. That's silly. I get 100%. So if you want to support me, that's at minivanlee.com. So I will see you tomorrow, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for all your prayers for me. Yeah. Thank you so much. I do look better. I do sound better, I think. Yay. Yay. I love you. Mwah. Bye.